everybody, Splint here. Welcome to Splint Reacts. If you are a returning subscriber, then guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to watch a classic before we settle into our movies for the festive season. So I am checking out Casablanca today. I don't know a lot about the movie except for that it stars Humphrey Bogart. Humphrey Bogart is somebody that my mother grew up watching, so I only know of him as an actor. I don't actually think I've ever seen any of the films that he's been in, but I wanted to try and tackle some older movies on the channel as well. We've been doing a lot of new releases and modern stuff, so I'm excited to get into this film. If you're new here, just be aware I don't like to read the synopsis. I like to go in blind knowing what I know. In this case of Casablanca, is it Casablanca or Casablanca? I think it's Casablanca. I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited to get into it. Again, I don't know what it's about. I'm assuming it's about a place, right? Yeah, I don't know anything about this movie except for that Humphrey Bogart is in it. Humphrey Bogart, yeah, as I said, was somebody that my mother grew up watching. Also guys, Miko is very restless today, so you can definitely expect a cameo from him. But I'm gonna stop talking. Let's get into this movie. Enjoy the reaction. Ingrid Bergman, Paul Henreid. Casablanca.
The coming of the Second World War, many eyes in imprisoned Europe turned hopefully toward the freedom of the Americas. By train or auto or foot across the rim of Africa to Casablanca in French Morocco.
Right.
To all officers, 2 German couriers carrying important official documents murdered on train from Oran. Round up all suspicious characters and search them for stolen document. Important.
Okay, this is already not what I thought it was gonna be.
May I see your papers?
These papers expired 3 weeks ago. You'll have to come along.
Halt! Halt!
Lord.
What's going on there?
I don't know, my dear.
Have you not heard?
We hear very little, and we understand even less.
2 German couriers were found murdered in the desert, the unoccupied desert.
Perhaps tomorrow we'll be on the plane.
Rick's Cafe. Something.
May I present Captain Renault, Police Protector Casablanca, Major Stasser.
Unoccupied France welcomes you to Casablanca.
Thank you, Captain. It's very good to be here. The couriers, what has been done?
You know already who the murderer is.
Good. Is he in custody?
Oh, there's no hurry. Tonight he'll be at Rick's. Everybody comes to Rick's.
I have already heard about this cafe and also about Mr. Rick himself.
Okay. Oh, American, is that what that says? So 2 couriers were murdered and they're there to find out who.
Cause my hair is curly. Cause my teeth are burly.
Waiting.
It's the fishing smack Santiago. It leaves at 1 tomorrow night. Here from the end of La Medina. 3rd boat.
Thank you.
And bring the 15,000 francs in cash.
Everybody's trying to get out.
Will you ask Rick if he'll have a drink with us?
Madame, he never drinks with customers. Never. I have never seen it.
What makes saloon keepers so snobbish?
I'm assuming this is our man.
I'm sorry, sir. This is a private room.
My fault in there. Who do you think? I know there is gambling in there. There is no secret. You dare not kick me out of here. Do you know who I am?
I do. You're lucky the bar's open to you.
This is outrageous. I shall report it to the Angry.
No, thank you.
Will you have a drink with me, please?
No.
You despise me, don't you?
Is he playing chess by himself?
Think of all those poor refugees who must rot in this place if I didn't help them.
For a price, Ugarte. I don't mind a parasite. I object to a cut-rate one.
Well, Rick, after tonight I'll be through with the whole business and I'm leaving. You know what this is? Letters of transit, signed by General Vegon. Will you keep these for me, please?
I don't want them here overnight.
Don't be afraid of that. Please keep them for me.
Oh. I don't like it.
Yeah, I heard a rumor those 2 German couriers were carrying letters of transit.
Poor devils.
Yes, you're right, Ugarte. I am a little more impressed with you.
He's definitely going to end up in some trouble.
Who's got trouble?
We got trouble.
How much trouble?
Too much trouble.
Well, now, don't you frown. Just knuckle down and knock on wood.
Smart. Don't have them on your person.
Let's knock on wood.
Go, Uncle.
Hello, Ferrari. How's business at the Blue Parrot?
Fine, but I'd like to buy your cafe.
It's not for sale.
What do you want for Sam?
I don't buy or sell human beings.
It's Casablanca's leading commodity.
Okay.
Sam Ferrari wants you to work for him at the Blue Parrot.
Oh, I like it fine here.
He'll be back.
Will I see you tonight?
I never make plans that far ahead.
Okay.
I'm sick and tired of
I should
having you.
call a cab.
Yes, boss.
Come on, we'll go.
What's her name? Yvonne?
Taxi.
What do you think you are pushing me around? What a fool I was to fall for a man like
So
you.
go with her, Sasha, and be sure she gets home.
Yes, boss.
Oh, Lee?
How extravagant you are, throwing away women like that. Someday they may be scarce. Complain to Lisbon. I've often speculated on why you don't return to America. Did you abscond with the church funds? Did you run off with the senator's wife? I like to think that you killed a man. It's the romantic in me.
I came to Casablanca for the waters.
We're in the desert.
I was misinformed.
There's going to be some excitement here tonight. We're going to make an arrest in your cafe. If you're thinking of warning him, don't put yourself out. He cannot possibly escape.
I stick my neck out for nobody.
Wise.
How does this go down?
We're going to have an important guest here tonight, Major Strasser.
What's Strasser doing here? He certainly didn't come all the way to Casablanca to witness a demonstration of your efficiency.
There is a man arrived in Casablanca on his way to America. He will offer a fortune to anyone who'll furnish him with an exit visa.
Well, what's his name?
Victor Laszlo.
Victor Laszlo. Escaped from a concentration camp. The Nazis have been chasing him all over Europe.
This is the end of the chase.
20,000 francs. Says it isn't.
Is that a serious offer? I'm only a poor, corrupt official.
Okay.
Done. No matter how clever he is, he still needs an exit visa. Or I should say two. He is traveling with a lady.
Louis, whatever gave you the impression that I might be interested in helping Laszlo escape?
Because, my dear Ricky, I suspect that under that cynical shell, you're at heart a sentimentalist. In 1936, you fought in Spain on the loyalist side.
I got well paid for it on both occasions.
The winning side would have paid you much better. I am master of my fate. I am
Major
Captain...
Strasser is here, sir.
There you were saying...
Excuse me.
Okay. I thought his name was Victor, so someone named Victor is coming and they need 2 visas.
Good evening, Captain.
Won't you join us?
Thank you. It's a pleasure to have you here, Major.
Champagne and a tin of caviar.
In a few minutes, you'll see the arrest of the man who murdered your couriers.
Monsieur Ugarte, will you please come with us?
L'incident est clos, madame. La partie continue.
Is he gonna run? I guess he can't. There's guards at every door. Oh, never mind. Oi!
Excellent, Captain.
When they come to get me, Rick, I hope you'll be more of a help.
I stick my neck out for nobody. Everything's all right. Just sit down and have a good time. Enjoy yourselves. All right, Sam?
Okay.
Wild. So he says he sticks his neck out for nobody. I suspect he's going to do it for the gentleman who's coming.
Major Strasser is one of the reasons the Third Reich enjoys the reputation it has today.
You repeat Third Reich as though you expected there to be others.
Well, personally, Major, I will take what comes.
I understand that you came here from Paris at the time of the occupation. Are you one of those people who cannot imagine the Germans and their beloved Paris?
It's not particularly my beloved Paris.
An enemy of the Reich has come to Casablanca, and we are checking up on anybody who can be of any help to us.
Well, my interest in whether Victor Laszlo stays or goes is purely a sporting one.
Victor Laszlo published the foulest lies in the Prague newspapers until the very day we marched in, and even after that, he continued to print scandal sheets in his cellar.
Okay.
Hey, you'll excuse me, gentlemen. Your business is politics. Mine is running a saloon.
You see, Major, you have nothing to worry about, Rick.
Yes, monsieur. I reserve the table. Victor Laszlo. Yes.
Shit. Does he know who he is? Nervous.
But you look like a couple who are on their way to America. You'll find a market there for this ring. The ring is quite unique.
What is your name?
Berger, Norwegian, and at your service, sir.
Victor.
I'll meet you in a few minutes.
Oh, the shadow.
I am Captain Renault, Prefect of Police.
Yes, what is it you want?
Merely to welcome you to Casablanca and to wish you a pleasant stay.
May I present Miss Ilzalant?
I was informed you were the most beautiful woman ever to visit Casablanca. That was a gross understatement.
You're very kind. Boy was playing the piano. Somewhere I've seen him.
He came from Paris with Rick. Well, if I were a woman and I were not around, I should be in love with Rick.
Oh, okay, so Sam knows her, not Victor. I missed her name as well.
May I present Major Heinrich Strasser?
I'm sure you'll excuse me if I'm not gracious. I'm a Czechoslovakian.
You were Czechoslovakian. Now you are a subject of the German Reich.
This is hardly the time or the place.
Then we shall state another time and another place tomorrow at 10 in the prefect's office. Will, mademoiselle.
Beautiful. I don't know what she's saying, but it's beautiful.
Could you ask the piano player to come over here, please?
Very well, mademoiselle.
So if they know each other, she probably knows.
The jewelry business, Berger?
Not so good. May I have my check, please?
Too bad you weren't here earlier, Monsieur Laszlo. We had quite a bit of excitement.
So that's why he'll help them.
Hello, Miss Elsa. I never expect to see you again.
It's been a long time.
Yes.
Where is Rick?
I don't know.
You used to be a much better liar, Sam.
Ooh.
Leave him alone, Miss Elsa.
Elsa.
You bad luck to him.
Ooh.
Play as time goes by.
Oh, I can't remember it, Miss Elsa.
I'll hum it for you. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Sing it, Sam.
You must remember this. The fundamental things apply as time goes by.
Beautiful.
As time goes by.
Sam, I thought I told you never to play.
And something happened with them back in...
Hello, Rick.
Oh, you've already met Rick, mademoiselle. Well, then
they say
perhaps
Paris?
you also...
This is Mr. Laszlo.
How'd you do?
I can't get over you two. She was asking about you earlier, Rick, in a way that made me extremely jealous.
Let's see the last time we met.
Was La Belle Aurore.
But of course that was the day the Germans marched into Paris.
I remember every detail. The Germans wore gray, you wore blue.
Yes, I put that dress away.
Ilse, I don't wish to be the one to say it, but it's late.
It would never do for the chief of police to be found drinking after hours and have to find himself. This has been a very interesting evening. I'll call you a cab. Gasoline rationing, time of night.
You say goodnight to Sam for me.
I will.
There's still nobody in the world who can play as time goes by like Sam.
Tomorrow at 10 at the prefect's office.
We'll be there.
Good night.
Good night.
Will they?
Of all the gin joints in all the towns in all the world, she walks into mine.
I've heard that line before. We having a flashback? Yeah. It's amazing to see how much our technology has changed in terms of filmmaking. And I'm trying to put myself into like my mother's mind about what she must have been thinking when she was growing up.
Who are you really, and what were you before?
We said no questions.
Here's looking at you, kid.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so a lot of famous lines from this one.
Well, I was wondering
Yes.
why I'm so lucky, why I should find you waiting for me.
Why there is no other man in my life?
Uh-huh.
There was. He's dead.
I'm sorry for asking.
Only one answer can take care of all our questions.
Bit of a whirlwind.
Allemagne. Français. Thursday at the latest, they'll be in Paris.
Richard, they'll find out your record. It won't be safe for you here.
I'm on their blacklist already. Their roll of honor.
Okay.
A case of do or die. The world will always welcome.
His voice is so beautiful.
This sort of takes the sting out of being occupied, doesn't it, Mr. Richard?
You said it. He's looking at you, kid.
The Germans will be here pretty soon now, and they'll come looking for you. And don't forget, there's a price on your head.
I left a note in my apartment. They'll know where to find me.
Okay.
Darling, you are in danger and you must leave Paris.
No. We must leave.
Yes, of course, I'll meet you at the station.
Say, why don't we get married in Marseille?
Aww.
That's too far ahead to plan.
Yes, I guess it is a little too far ahead.
What's she hiding? She married?
Hey, what's wrong, kid?
I love you so much. If something should keep us apart, wherever they put you and wherever I'll be, I want you to know that. Kiss me as if it were the last time.
Okay. Yeah, and she doesn't show up.
Where is she? Have you seen her?
No, Mr. Richard, I can't find her. She checked out of the hotel, but this note came just after you left.
Can I go with you? You must not ask why. Believe that if I love you, my darling, and God bless you, Elsa. I was trying to speed read that so fast because I thought it was gonna go from the screen. Okay. You got some splaining to do. Her outfit's so pretty.
It's my first drink to have with you. Here. Why did you have to come to Casablanca? There are other places.
I wouldn't have come if I'd known that you were here.
How long was it we had, honey?
I didn't count the days.
Well, I did. Mostly I remember the last one. Standing on a station platform in the rain.
Can I tell you a story, Rick? It's about a girl who had just come to Paris from her home in Oslo. At the house of some friends, she met a man about whom she had heard her whole life. A very great and courageous man.
Who was it you left me for? Was it Laszlo, or were there others in between? Or aren't you the kind that tells?
Ooh, that's rude. The score in the background. Once upon a time, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to score movies.
Very well, Laszlo, we will not mince words. You're an escaped prisoner of the Reich. So far, you have been fortunate enough in eluding us. You have reached Casablanca. It is my duty to see that you stay in Casablanca. You may leave for Lisbon tomorrow on one condition.
And that is?
You know the leader of the underground movement in Paris, in Prague, in Brussels, in Amsterdam.
Sell them out.
If you will furnish me with their names and their exact whereabouts, you will have your visa in the morning.
I was in a German concentration camp for a year. That's honor enough for a lifetime.
You will give us the names?
If I didn't give them to you in a concentration camp, where you had more persuasive methods at your disposal, I certainly won't give them to you now.
By the way, monsieur, last night you evinced an interest in Signor Ugarte. I believe you have a message for him.
May I speak to him now?
Signor Ugarte is dead.
Yeah, saw that coming.
Are you quite finished with us?
For the time being.
Good day.
Good morning, Rick.
I see the bus is in. I'll take my shipment with me.
No hurry, I'll have it sent over.
Every time you send my shipment over, it's always just a little bit short.
Carrying charges, my boy, carrying charges.
Shipping fees.
I have a proposition for whoever has those letters. I'll handle the entire transaction. Get rid of the letters, take all the risk for a small percentage. Naturally, there'll be a few incidental expenses. Rick, I'll put my cards on the table. I think you know where those letters are.
You're in good company. Renault and Strasser probably think so, too. Excuse me, I'll be getting back.
Morning.
Senor Ferrari's the fat gent at the table.
700 francs.
You're being cheated.
Ah, the lady's a friend of Rick's. For friends of Rick's, we have a small discount. Did I say 700 francs? You can have it for 200.
Oi.
Why did you come back? To tell me why you ran out on me at the railway station?
Yes.
Well, you can tell me now. I'm reasonably sober.
I don't think I will, Rick. Last night I saw what has happened to you. The Rick I knew in Paris, I could tell him he'd understand. But the one who looked at me with such hatred, I'll be leaving Casablanca soon and we'll never see each other again.
Did you run out on me because you couldn't take it, because you knew what it would be like, hiding from the police?
You can believe that if you want to.
Well, I'm not running away anymore. I'm settled now. All the same, someday you'll lie to Laszlo.
No, Rick. No, you see, Victor Laszlo is my husband. Even when I knew you in Paris.
Right.
As leader of all illegal activities in Casablanca, I'm an influential and respected man, but it would not be worth my life to do anything for Monsieur Laszlo.
Signor Ferrari thinks it might just be possible to get the next visa for you.
You mean for me to go on alone?
And only.
Do they love each other or are they married? I mean, well, she loves what's-his-face, but is it out of convenience, this marriage? Or necessity?
Victor, if the situation were different, if I had to stay and there were only visa for one, would you take it?
Yes, I would.
Yes, I see. When I was sick in Marseille and held you up for 2 weeks and you were in danger every minute of the time, why didn't you leave me then?
Something always held me up. I love you very much, Elsa.
Okay.
We've decided, Signor Ferrari. For the present, we'll go on looking for 2 exit visas. Thank you very much.
Be careful. You know that you're being shadowed?
Of course, it becomes an instinct.
I move to make one more suggestion. Why, I do not know, because it cannot possibly profit me. But have you heard about Signor Ugarte and the letters of transit?
Yes.
I'll venture to guess that Ugarte left those letters with Monsieur Rick.
Thank you very much. Good day.
So now let's try and convince Rick to give us the letters or papers or whatever he said.
How's Lady Luck treating you?
Oh, too bad. We'll find him over there.
Monsieur Rick, could I speak to you for just a moment, please?
How'd you get in here? You're underage.
I came with Captain Reno.
I should have known.
My husband is with me, too.
Sit down. You have a drink?
Underage. Husband. How old does that make her, guys?
Where's your husband?
At the roulette table, trying to win enough for our exit visas. We come from Bulgaria. Well, things are very bad there, monsieur. It was much more than we thought to get here. And then Captain Renault sees us, and he is so kind. He wants to help us.
Yes, I'll bet.
Monsieur, if someone loved you very much, so that your happiness was the only thing that she wanted in the world, she did a bad thing to make certain of it, could you forgive her?
Nobody ever loved me that much.
And he never knew. And the girl kept this bad thing locked in her heart. That would be all right, wouldn't it?
Oh.
Yes, well, everybody in Casablanca has problems. Yours may work out. You'll excuse me.
Thank you, monsieur.
Good evening. Good evening. You see, here we are again. I take that as a great compliment to Sam.
Could we have a table close to him?
And as far away from Major Strasse as possible. Well, the geography may be a little difficult to arrange. Paul, table 30.
La partie continue. Mesdames et messieurs, marquons les jeux. Les jeux sont faits, marquons les jeux. Les jeux sont faits.
Is he looking for the husband? Yeah.
Have you tried 22 tonight? I said 22.
Marquons les jeux, mesdames et messieurs. Les jeux sont faits, la partie continue. 22. Noir, pair et passe. 22.
Leave it there.
Marquons les jeux, mesdames.
Okay. It's fixed.
22. Noir, pair et passe.
Cash it in and don't come back.
Rien ne va plus, monsieur. Fini.
Are you sure this place is honest?
Ne va plus, madame. Rien ne va plus, madame.
Captain Renault, may I? Oh, not here, please. Come to my office in the morning. We'll do everything businesslike. We'll be there at 6. I'll be there at 10.
Monsieur Blaine, I wonder if I could talk to you.
Go ahead.
Well, isn't there some other place? It's rather confidential, what I have to say. You must know it's very important I get out of Casablanca. It's my privilege to be one of the leaders of a great movement. You know what it means to the work, to the lives of thousands and thousands of people.
Yeah, he needs those papers.
I'm a saloon keeper.
My friends in the underground tell me that you've quite a record. You ran guns to Ethiopia. You fought against the fascists in Spain. Isn't it strange that you always happen to be fighting on the side of the underdog?
Yes, I found that a very expensive hobby, too, but then I never was much of a businessman.
Enough of a businessman to appreciate an offer of 100,000 francs.
My friend, you could make it 1,000,000 francs or 3. My answer would still be the same.
There must be some reason why you won't let me have them.
Ask your wife.
My wife?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't like that. Where's Sam?
Play La Marseillaise. Play it.
Wow. Where's Sam?
If Laszlo's presence in the cafe can inspire this unfortunate demonstration, what more will his presence in Casablanca bring on? The place is to be closed.
But I've no excuse to close it.
Find one.
This cafe is closed until further notice.
How can he close me up? On what ground?
I'm shocked to find that gambling is going on in here.
You're winning, sir.
Oh, thank you very much.
My dear mademoiselle, perhaps you have already observed that in Casablanca, human life is cheap. Good night, mademoiselle.
Asshole. Subtle.
Victor, please don't go to the underground meeting tonight.
I must. It isn't often that a man has a chance to display heroics before his wife.
Don't joke. After Major Strasse's warning tonight, I'm frightened. What did you find out?
Apparently he has the letters,
Yes?
but no intention of selling them.
Did he give any reason?
He suggested I ask you.
Ask me.
Yes, he said, ask your wife. I don't know why he said that.
So he just wants her to tell him? Is that his play?
When I was in a concentration camp, were you lonely in Paris?
Yes, Victor, I was.
I know how it is to be lonely. Is there anything you wish to tell me?
No, Victor, there isn't.
Girl.
Victor, whatever I do, will you believe that I...
You don't even have to say it. I'll believe.
I have a feeling he's gonna die. So, all that was going on with Brick when he was in a concentration camp? I mean, you would get it. You would understand why she felt lonely and why she was so conflicted.
Won't you sit down?
Richard, I had to see
Well,
you.
there's Richard again. We're back in Paris.
Please.
Your unexpected visit isn't connected by any chance with the letters of transit.
Letters. I kept saying papers.
I know how you feel about me, but I'm asking you to put your feelings aside for something more important. In your own way, you were fighting for the same thing.
I'm not fighting for anything anymore except myself. I'm the only cause I'm interested in.
Damn, okay, so I was wrong. Maybe he's not gonna help them.
You are our last hope. If you don't help us, Victor Laszlo will die in Casablanca.
What of it? I'm gonna die in Casablanca. It's a good spot for it.
Dang.
Now, if you...
All right. I tried to reason with you.
She pulled a gun?
If Laszlo and the cause mean so much to you, you won't stop at anything. All right, I'll make it easier for you.
You knew how much I loved you. How much I still love you.
I'm very conflicted about this movie.
It wasn't long after we were married that Victor went back to Czechoslovakia. The Gestapo were waiting for him. Just a two-line item in the paper, Victor Laszlo apprehended, sent to concentration camp. I was frantic. For months I tried to get word. Then it came. He was dead, shot trying to escape.
Right, okay.
Why weren't you honest with me? Why did you keep your marriage a secret?
I knew so much about his work, and if the Gestapo found out I was his wife, it would be dangerous for me, and...
Right.
Just before you and I were to leave Paris together, a friend came and told me that Victor was alive. They were hiding him in a freight car on the outskirts of Paris. I knew you wouldn't have left Paris and the Gestapo would have caught you, so I... Well, you know...
Okay.
What about now?
I know that I'll never have the strength to leave you again.
And Laszlo?
Oh, you'll help him now, Richard, won't you? And then he'll have his work, all that he's been living for.
All except one. He won't have you.
She loves both of them. Or does she just love him more now?
I don't know what's right any longer. You have to think for both of us. For all of us.
Nah, he'll let it go now.
I will. Here's looking at you, kid.
Now that he knows the full story and her reasons, he'll let her go.
Carl, what happened?
The police break up our meeting, Eric. We escaped in the last moment.
Come up here a minute.
Yes, I come.
I want you to take Miss Lund home.
Yes, sir.
I know a good deal more about you than you suspect. I know, for instance, that you're in love with a woman. It's perhaps a strange circumstance. We both should be in love with the same woman.
Uh-oh.
I want my wife to be safe. I ask you as a favor to take her away from Casablanca.
You love her that much?
Yes, I love her that much.
Sweet.
Monsieur Laszlo, we have a warrant for your arrest.
Surely he gets him out of this.
All you can do is find him a few $1,000 and give him 30 days. You might as well let him go now.
If by any chance you were to help him to escape...
What makes you think I'd stick my neck out for Laszlo?
You bet 10,000 francs he'd escape. Two, you got the letters of transit. Now, don't bother to deny it. And, well, you might do it simply because you don't like Strasser's looks. As a matter of fact, I don't like him either.
I intend using them myself. I'm leaving Casablanca on tonight's plane, the last plane.
Huh?
I'm taking a friend with me, one you'll appreciate.
Okay.
Ilse Lund. That ought to put your mind to rest about my helping Laszlo escape.
Why are you still interested in what happens to Laszlo?
I'm not, but I am interested in what happens to Ilse and me. Ilsa's Laszlo's wife. She probably knows things that Strasser would like to know. Instead of this petty charge you have against him, you could get something really big, something that would chuck him in a concentration camp for years.
He's playing him. He's gonna help Laszlo.
You'll be at my place a half an hour before the plane leaves. I'll arrange to have Laszlo come there to pick up the letters of transit, and that'll give you the criminal grounds on which to make the arrest. You get him, and we get away.
Ricky, I'm going to miss you. Apparently, you're the only one in Casablanca who has even less scruples than I.
Oh, thanks.
Go ahead, Ricky.
Oh, and by the way, call off your watchdog.
To get out of Casablanca and go to America. You're a lucky man.
Oh, by the way, my agreement with Sam has always been that he gets 25% of the profits. That still goes. And Abdul, Carl, and Sasha, they stay with the place if I don't sell.
Of course they stay. Ricks wouldn't be Ricks without them.
Well, so long. And don't forget you owe Rick's a 100 carton of American cigarettes. Late.
I was informed just as Laszlo was about to leave the hotel, so I knew I'd be on time.
I thought I asked you to tie up your watchdog.
Oh, he won't be followed here. Is everything ready?
Have the letters right here.
Where were they?
Sam's piano.
Serves me right for not being musical.
You better wait in my office.
Richard, Victor thinks I'm leaving with him. Haven't you told him?
No, not yet. We'll tell him at the airport for less time to think, the easier for all of us. Please trust me.
Victor Laszlo, you're under arrest on a charge of accessory to the murder of the couriers from whom these letters were stolen. Love, it seems, has triumphed over virtue.
Not so fast. Louis, I wouldn't like to shoot you, but I will if you take one more step.
Under the circumstances, I will sit down. Call up your watchdogs, you said.
Just the same, you call the airport and let me hear you tell them. And remember, this gun is pointed right at your heart.
That is my least vulnerable spot.
The dialogue is great.
This is Captain Renault speaking. There were 2 letters of transit for the Lisbon plane. There's to be no trouble about them. Good. Hello? Hello?
Okay.
Find Mr. Laszlo's luggage and put it on the plane.
Yes, sir. This way.
And the names are Mr. and Mrs. Victor Laszlo.
But
you're getting on that plane.
last night
we said a great many things. You said I was to do the thinking for both of us, and it all adds up to one thing. You're getting on that plane with Victor where you belong.
But Richard, no one.
Inside of us, we both know you belong with Victor. You're part of his work, the thing that keeps him going. If that plane leaves the ground and you're not with him, you'll regret it.
But what about us?
We'll always have Paris. Ilsa, I'm no good at being noble, but it doesn't take much to see that the problems of 3 little people don't amount to a hill of beans in this crazy world. Here's looking at you, kid.
Get on that plane.
You said you knew about Ilsa and me. You didn't know she was at my place last night when you were. She came there for the letters of transit. Isn't that true, Ilsa?
Yes.
She did her best to convince me that she was still in love with me. It was all over long ago. For your sake, she pretended it wasn't, and I let her pretend.
I understand.
Here it is.
Thanks. A welcome extra fight. This time I know our side will win.
Let's go.
Are you ready, Ilsa?
Yes.
Is it Ilsa? I think I've been saying Elsa.
Gotta hurry, you'll miss that plane.
Yeah, let's pick it up a little bit.
Well, I was right. You are a sentimentalist.
Thanks for helping me out.
I'll have to arrest you, of course.
As soon as the plane goes, Louis.
Wait, so he was in on it?
What was the meaning of that phone call? Victor Laszlo is on that plane.
Get away from that phone.
I would advise you not to interfere.
I was willing to shoot Captain Renault, and I'm willing to shoot you.
Oh, okay. So he got him there, he's gonna shoot him, and then the other cop's gonna arrest him for his... Righto. Damn, what a good movie.
Round up the usual suspects. We might have to get.
Aww.
It might be a good idea for you to disappear from Casablanca for a while.
I could use a trip. You you still owe me 10,000 francs.
And that 10,000 francs should pay our expenses.
Louis, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Oh my god, there's so many famous lines from this movie that I didn't, like, I know of the lines, I just didn't know they were from the one movie. I really enjoyed that. That was a great movie. From start to finish, and it actually went a lot of places that I didn't think it was gonna go. Like, I didn't expect Ilsa to pull a gun. I didn't expect Rick. Or like, rather I should say, I didn't expect that whole last scene at the airport. I didn't expect any of that to go down the way it did. Like, I thought maybe he was gonna die. I didn't expect Louis to be in on it, but that was awesome. I was like, damn, what a good movie. It had a lot of twists in it, so it was very well done. I thoroughly enjoyed it. If you guys have a favorite movie with Humphrey Bogart, let me know what they are. I would love to be able to check out some more of his projects, so thoroughly enjoyed it. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the reaction, please remember to like, comment and subscribe to the channel for future movie reactions and other videos that will be dropping along the way. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace!